Okay, we're going to be talking about a debt collection company
Returning visitor.
that seems to be pushing very hard, and they might have some violations. And I just want to make you aware of them. If you're getting any type of debt collection letters from Frost Arnett Company, and they're not, this is not a widely known debt collection company, but we can see here that these are the states that they're doing their debt collection in. You got Texas, you got Mississippi, you got Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, let's see, New Jersey, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. They're mainly focusing in on buying debt and collecting debt in those states. I'm pretty sure they might be getting some other states lined up. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to do some investigation looking at their company. Okay, so now looking at the company Frost are Not, this is their website, and it looks like what they do is they're helping they're doing medical debt collections. So looking at this here, it's it says here siphons valuable resources, strains patient provider relationship, distracts from your primary organizational goals. So they're just saying that they're gonna focus on resolutions from older or even newer medical debt. So let's look at what they claim they do for their customers. Provides trustworthy patient payment relationships backed with superior customer service. So basically, what they're doing is they're just saying that they're in the medical collection business since it says that it was founded in 1893. Debt collection agency that resolved patient pay balance accounts receivable for health care providers. So that's what they're doing. Um, Said that they're a member of the BBB, which we already saw that. Well, I'll show you what their rating is. Not that I put too much into that, but it's they do have a poor rating. But the poor rating is because they're probably they're collecting on making calls to people and collecting on medical debt. Okay, so we got this is some information on the company. So if you have any of these are their different addresses that they use, specializing in collecting on medical debt. Now, let's talk about what you need to do if you have a debt collector, especially one that is attempting to collect a debt that is a medical debt. Uh, I'm, it's probably fair to say that they're not buying the debt the uh, from the original creditors. What they're doing is they are hired and contracted by the medical providers, and because they stated in their website that it helps the medical providers be able to focus on what they like doing, which is providing medical services, and it doesn't make any client and medical provider issues because they'll argue and go back and forth about the bill, even though it still has something to do with the medical provider. So I don't know how they're really making that statement. Um, I can say, and I'm going to be upfront on this, is that if they've been around since the late 1800s, that they are probably not violating uh, any of the laws because they would have been in trouble by now doing that. At least I haven't found anything. They have a lot of complaints against them, but people are going to complain when they have a debt collector that's constantly calling to see how they can collect on medical debt that's outstanding. Uh, but when dealing with a debt collector, even if it's a debt collector that is hired by the original creditor to collect on a medical debt, on you, you still had a right to do a full verification of the debt to make sure that all of the services were provided. You have a right to get a disclosure statement showing that you allowed Frost Arnott company to be able to look at to have information about your medical history. You want to see that document uh, provided. I'm pretty sure if Frost didn't receive it, they would send that debt back to the original creditor because they don't want to get involved with seeing your private medical history. Also, even if they have that information and they post that to your credit reports, that would be a violation if the medical information showed any type of procedure that you have. Some of them may just show the hospital, some of them may show the actual procedure. So it might say gastrointestinal institute. Well, that's revealing your medical history, and they don't even know it that they're doing it, and they don't know. They do know that they're doing it, but they don't know that you're watching a video, and I'm telling you that that's a violation. Uh, so you can get that information removed off your credit. It may not qualify to have it removed from you on the debt, but again, with any medical debt, and you have a right to get the documentation showing that they can share your private information, share your medical history with a third party, and then you have a right to just have a itemized breakdown of all of the services and the cost for those services. Because what you will end up doing is what insurance companies end up doing if you do owe a medical debt is that you're going to start negotiating on everything that they're claiming on that debt. Insurance companies don't pay the full amount, and you don't have to pay the full amount on a debt that is owed to a medical provider. So you will be able to settle that debt. And from what I've been seeing, you can get settlements of 10% all the way up to 50% on debt, and 75 up to 75% off with certain providers. It usually just depends on who is you're dealing with. And if you have a third party debt collection company that is legit and in the middle, they're going to fight hard not to go down too much on that debt because they may be getting a piece of the action on what is collected. It just depends on what type of debt collector they are. So looking at this company, they are trending because remember I made a video not too long ago saying that medical debt is going to be at an all-time high. Also, there's going to be, as of the 29th of January, this 2022, they're going to be able to bring back what's called surprise medical billing. I'm going to pause the video to show you that real quick. Hey, I want to make a correction. I just became aware of this updated article. What was happening is Congress did some work here. They did some work, so we gotta say that this was a good job on their part. Is what they did. It was going to end on January 1st, but they said as of January 1st, 2022, consumers will have new billing protections when getting emergency care, non-emergency care from out of network and at in-network facilities, and air ambulance services and out-of-network providers. Basically, to break this down, we had talked about the surprise billing where they were, if they did not pass, so I stand corrected, if they did not pass or extend those protections, that people were going to be able to get surprise billings from their medical providers. So I do want to stand corrected. It did not uh, expire. It was extended, and so as of right now, January 1st, 2022, consumers will have new protections in place where they don't have to worry about uh, having surprise bill. This is exactly what they called it, surprise billing. That's exactly what they were calling it. So that's a good thing. So if you have, I'm going to end the video here, close it out. Please subscribe to the channel. Please ask your question and post your comments. If you have any problems with debt collectors, even medical debt collections that you know is yours, but you have a right to go through the process to make sure everything is right and then go through the process of settling on that debt. Please make sure that you do that. Don't just argue over the balance, uh, do go more, ask for more details. And then, or don't just argue over if you're going to pay or not. Go through more, ask them for more information of an itemized billing of every service, every bill that they gave you, everything. And then you also can grab my statute of limitations letter, just in case you get a medical bill that's past the statute of limitations for your state to be able to be collected on. Also, you can get my debt validation letter and my cease and desist collection activities letter. Those links are below this video. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different. That's where I'm going to display my 8-point validation process and my two-phase settlement process, which it comes in handy when it comes to settling medical debt. Uh, if you need your reports and scores, please go to the website yournumber3scores.com to grab those. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.